Right, hi Claire.
I
Hi, thanks for joining me today. We're going to do a quick chat about your education, if that's okay.
yeah.
Because our audience for our GiST webinars are always in school, so it's good for them to know where our guests, where they've come from and what their background is. So, where did you go to school first, and how did you find school? Did you enjoy it?
So I went to high school in Armitaff High School in Troedfirth in Merthyr Tydfil,
Mhm.
and I really enjoyed school. I did loads of extracurricular
Ah,
activities.
okay,
Learned to play the clarinet, played in the hockey team,
nice.
did as much science as I could. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I did really enjoy it. Yeah.
Okay, and were you quite academic, or did you sort of think I really, really like the subjects, or did you just enjoy the experience?
Um, I think it was a bit of both, really. I just really like doing, learning. I'm still like
Yeah.
that today, actually. So I would say, yeah, academic, definitely, because I just really enjoy learning.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Yeah. Some people find it a hardship, I guess.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it's good if you enjoy it. It makes it easier. So did you do the traditional GCSEs and A level route
Yes, I did,
with
yeah.
school?
So
Okay. Yeah. So what subjects did you do, and how did you do, if you don't mind sharing that?
So when I was still in school,
Mhm.
Merthyr education changed slightly over the years, but we still had sixth form in school. Now they go to the college for sixth form.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for GCSE, I did double science because that was all that they offered. So it was
Mhm.
either single or double. English English language, English literature and English language, always the ones I suffered with the most.
Okay.
Anybody says to me comprehension, and I'm just in a bowl of sweat. I can't do it. I can read a book, I can read anything, I can understand it. You tell me you're going to do comprehension on it, I haven't got a clue what's going on. Mathematics, I did geography, I did IT,
Mhm.
and then what else did I do? I don't know. I did French and Welsh, but because we'd always do a standard 8 GCSEs at the time.
Mhm.
I did 9, so I split them because we had 37.5 minute lessons.
Gosh, that's short, isn't it?
I know when I started in year 7, it was 37, 38 alternating, but then it got to 37.5 minutes. I think they got like 50 minutes lessons now, but at the time,
Yeah, yeah.
so yeah. Oh, yeah. So that was those. And then I really wanted to go into medicine, I must admit. I really
Right,
wanted to be
okay.
a doctor. So I did A levels were maths and statistics,
Hmm.
chemistry and biology because they're my favorite. I apologize to everybody, but I really don't like physics.
Oh,
I like
I did a physics degree, so I don't know.
I like electronics, but physics just
Okay.
goes over my brain. First year I did AS French, and the second year, despite not doing GCSE music, I did AS music as well, and I really
Okay,
enjoyed
cool.
that. So yeah, so I did a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's nice that you did the mixture of sort of creative stuff and the sciences as well. Yeah. There's no, I think that's the thing that people think, oh, you've got to be exclusively one or the other, but I think it's important to mix it up a bit.
Definitely, yeah.
Definitely, yeah, it's a good experience. 'Cause I did English literature along with my science and my maths when I was at college, so I think it's a good experience, definitely. Okay, so A levels, successful in your A levels? Are you happy with it?
Well, no, I got a place offered to me at Cardiff to do medicine, but then
Oh, really? Okay.
I ended up so I jumped that hurdle.
Hmm.
I ended up having three C's at A level.
Okay, okay.
So I didn't get in. So I
Right.
actually went through clearing and did physiology at Cardiff University.
Okay. So yeah, physiology, yeah. So close to medicine, but not actual medicine. So you
No,
still stuck to the medical sort of route. So
yeah,
did you do? So you did a full degree in physiology?
yeah. I did a full
Yeah.
degree in physiology.
Hmm.
And the thing is, I think it suited me really because I've always been fascinated with how things work. Like, I'm one of those kids that I would take apart the VCR. That's a video player to anybody who's listening.
If they know, yeah.
VHS player, because I know that, that shows how old I am. I would take apart things like that, telephones, anything. I would take apart to see how they work. So for me,
Yeah.
physiology was a natural fit because I really wanted to know how the human body worked.
Yeah, yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, I did the 3-year course, the bachelor's and that, yeah.
Right, okay. And did you, I don't know what your background is, I have to say, so you've got to tell me what you're doing now. Did you do a master's? I think you've done a PhD, haven't you, because you're a doctor?
Yes, I have, but I didn't go straight into it.
Right, okay.
So once I did my physiology degree, I didn't really know what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about doing medicine, but I have to admit, people laugh at this now, but I'm actually quite a shy person. I was really nervous because you have to do postgrad medicine, you have to do all these exams, and I never thought that I was capable enough to do it.
Okay.
So I didn't really know what I was going to do afterwards. So the first 6 months, I spent doing art with the disabled children in the local school.
Okay.
So we made like really loads of different stuff. So we made a penguin out of a 2-litre bottle of Coke and paper mache. It is the greatest thing I have ever helped make in my entire life. And then I went to work in an analytical chemistry lab as a technician.
Right,
so I went completely from biology to chemistry. Mm-hmm. And I did that for 6 months. And I realised that I was really quite bored. I really enjoyed science. But it wasn't sort of rigorous for me. I loved doing the experiments. I loved doing all the different stuff, but I needed more.
Okay.
So I decided to apply for a PhD, and I managed to get one in biochemistry.
Right. Okay. So mixing the both. Yeah.
So
where did you do your PhD?
I did that in Swansea University.
Right. Okay.
It's actually where I work now, so I carried on working on there after my PhD. So it's the Centre for Cytochrome P450 Biodiversity at Swansea University Medical School, to give it its full title.
Nice. So you're in the medical school, which is a nice thing. What was your sort of project for your PhD, or what was your research in?
So it's quite cool. So it was using yeast. So when I say yeast, most people think of stuff that makes bread or beer or wine. It's actually something that causes infections as well.
Right, okay.
But I was using it for a different sort of purpose. I was using that same sort of bug that causes infections to try and make new products, or biotech, really. A lot of the things that we have now that makes plastics or perfumes or soaps or anything like that needs a basis of fatty acids, which are basically the things that make up fat. The building blocks that make up fat. They can be really expensive to make in a normal chemistry route. Mm-hmm. But the great thing about microorganisms is they just do it naturally. So it was using the enzymes from this microorganism to make these new products, or to make the building blocks for these new products.
Okay. So did you get anything made? Is there anything now from your research that's been made from what you developed? I don't know if that's...
No, it's not. But we can use the same techniques to actually, not only just for biotechnology purposes now, but we're using it to apply to understand how other microorganisms work in infection. So although there's the biotechnology aspect and we didn't get nothing made, but we got the proof of concept, we can actually use the same ideas and techniques to sort of help in health and stuff. So it's sort of one of those things, really.
Okay, nice. Okay. So how long does it take you to get your PhD? Because I don't know if everyone knows sort of, the process of doing a PhD, really.
So it can vary. Usually it's usually 3 years and then a year write-up. Nowadays, it seems to be the norm. So mine in total took 4 years to get everything submitted, 5 years to get the final certificate, essentially. When you do it, you do all your practical stuff. You write a very big book that gets examined, and then you go into a room with people who examine you on it. And then from there, you can be called doctor, essentially, if you pass.
Amazing. And what would you say to people who think, they're still at school now, studying, maybe looking at their GCSEs, and PhD seems, a far off distant, possibly a dream for somebody. But I always think, I've not done a PhD. I don't know if I could. I don't think I've got it in me. What would you say to people who sort of are interested in learning and enjoy that sort of being in academia, being at uni and things, but maybe have a bit of a doubt about doing a PhD? What would you say to them?
I would say I would give a reality check. it's not the
Yeah.
easiest to PhD because it is all consuming.
Mm.
So really, you've got to be in it because you enjoy doing it. So if you enjoy science, then essentially a PhD is for you. If you're willing to immerse yourself in science, that's exactly it. But having a PhD isn't everything. There are so many wonderful jobs out there that you don't need a PhD, where you can carry on doing science or science-like subjects. So never think you're a failure for wanting to do a PhD and then not doing one, or starting one and not finishing.
It's not the be all and end all.
No, it's not.
It's not for everyone, I guess, either, is it?
No, and the thing is as well, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really, really what it is. So if you want to
do a long slog.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
The PhD is the hardest bit. Once you get on the other side of it, it's a bit easier because you've got that knowledge. And if you've got enthusiasm for science and you really love science and you're willing to immerse yourself in science, then really there's nothing better to do.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. So if you've got the enthusiasm, even if you're a bit unsure, I guess you can just give it a go, can't you?
Well, yeah, the thing is, nobody's ever going to say, oh, you started a PhD, you're a failure because you didn't finish it. The fact that you even started it and tried it is like mammoth.
Yeah.
So, you'll never be considered a failure. Just go and try it. Just try it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. If it's for you, then that's brilliant.
Yeah. Excellent. Right, good advice. Good advice there. Thank you. No, I might persuade me to do one day. Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to talk to you a bit more live about Mirth Science Festival, which you've set up and is happening this year, and about a bit more about the work that you're doing now, because you're still working at Swansea University. But we're going to leave this here. Thank you so much for sharing all the information about education and school. Not always easy for some people, so that's brilliant. Thank you. And we will see you in a minute. Thanks a lot, Claire.
Brilliant.
Cheers.